right, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shamach. I want to first start off by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders of great millstone, who teach real well and oversee his tabernacle of David. Shalom to the hopefully elect that's pushing and teaching the truth across the four corners of the earth and giving all their diligence to make their call look sure. All right, and I just want to go into basically the Lord's power, physically and spiritually. Because, the scriptures, these accounts were written, aforetime for our learning. They were written for us, to gain confidence through the scriptures, for us to gain comfort through the scriptures, in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the two accounts I want to touch on is an account, of course, with Samson and Elijah. All right, so I'm going to start with Judges chapter 15, and I'm going to start at verse 14, okay? So, and I should go ahead and highlight on down. All right. So this is account pertaining to Samson, and the Lord's power. Okay. So this is Judges chapter 15, verse 14, just to get the context. Because, Samson, of course, was the Israelite. Okay. We used to battle the other nations, all throughout the scriptures in history, in historical times, man. In biblical times. We still are in biblical times, but you know how people are. The simple minds out there. Okay, these are Judges chapter 15, verse 14. And when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that were burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. And he found a new jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand, and took it, and slew 1,000 men therewith. Okay, so Samson, she was hitting the fan. Philistines was up against him. A powerful nation, a powerful heathen nation, man, a non-Israelite nation was coming up against him, man. Mightily. Okay, what he do? He had the jawbone. He slew 1,000 men. 1,000 men was just a jawbone of a damn donkey, man. All right, 1,000 men. That's the Lord's power physically. In verse 16, and Samson said, with the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and called the place Ramoth-Lehi. All right, so he was done. You know how he just went to war. You throw off your clothes when you get off work. That's how Samson just did, man. It says, and he was sore athirst. So he was thirsty as hell. And he called upon Shalach, and he called on the Lord, Yahweh, and said, thou hast given this great deliverance into the hand of thy servant. See, look at his humility right there, man. Samson wasn't like, damn, I did it all by myself. I killed 1,000 men. Bow to me. What did he do? Verse 18, he understood that the Lord delivered him, man. He says, thou hast given this great deliverance into the hand of thy servant. And now shall I die for thirst and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised? Because, he said uncircumcised because what? In the law, Israel's supposed to get circumcised on the 8th day. So he's saying uncircumcised like he wasn't even a servant of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Like he was a rebellious servant. He was just questioning the Lord, like, damn, you gonna let me go out like this? You just delivered me a great deliverance. You just saved my life. You just gave me the power to defeat 1,000 men with just a jawbone. This gotta be this is the Lord we dealing with, man. He created the heavens and the earth. This is his power. Especially with this account. That's why this account is brought up so frequently. This is verse 19. But the Most High clave an hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again. He revived. Wherefore he called the name thereof Ekahor, which is in Lehi to this day. Okay, so he revived, man. His spirit was refreshed. He seen the Lord's power. The Lord allowed him to get delivered out of the hand of Philistines, and he gave him some water, man. This is a physical example. And I definitely want to get the spiritual example as well in 1 Kings chapter 19 real quick, with Elijah. Okay, because, in this chapter, Elijah was basically mourning, and this scripture, verse 10, really going to sum it up. as well. But Elijah was basically mourning, like, man, damn, they coming against the prophet, they coming against me. You know, I'm trying to serve Yahweh Shamach, I'm doing the right thing. It's just my people, it's like for my language, with my people so damn rebellious. You know, they so damn stiff-necked, hard-headed, you know. And they just don't understand, man. And then what? It was vexing Elijah, man. You know, but the chapter my point is gonna be made, you know, with a few scriptures. All right. So this is 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 10. And he said, I have been very jealous for the Lord, our power of hosts, for the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down thy altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away. See, Elijah, he thought he was the only one. Like, man, I'm the only one doing this thing, man. I'm the only one that give a damn. I'm the only one serving Yahweh Shah. I'm the only one serving the Lord. You know, the children of Israel, the Black, Spanish, Native Americans, they don't give a damn, man. They don't care about the laws, statutes, commandments. They don't care about the prophet. They don't care about the ones teaching the scriptures. You know, they coming against me. They trying to kill me, you know, in each and every way. They seeking my life, man, and they about to take it away. You know, he's just mourning. He's in that mournful spirit, you know. But what verse 19 is very comforting because what? Salakia. Verse 18, Salakia. Verse 18. Okay? This is very comforting, you know. It says, this is 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 18. Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal. See, Baal was a false idol that a lot of Israelites in these times were bowing to, man. A heathen power. You know, it didn't have no power. The Lord is the true power. And it says, in every mouth which have not kissed him. See, it says, so verse 18, it just explained that 7,000 in Israel didn't even submit to Baal. You know, they didn't submit to that power. Okay? So you not submitting to Baal was basically symbolizing them submitting to Yahweh Shah, the true power, the Lord. You know, and basically this goes into, you know, that spiritual power that that Elijah, he wasn't in it. He wasn't in the fight. You know, he wasn't fighting a good fight of faith by himself, you know, which he thought he was. You know, that's the Lord's power though. He like, hey, hey man, I got 7,000 that didn't bow to Baal, man. You're not in this thing by yourself. You know, and that's comforting for Elijah, man. That was comforting for his spirit, and that's comforting for us too, because hey, sometimes you may feel like, damn, I'm the only one going through this, man. You know, it's other brothers going through that same thing and much worse. You know, we of course we got to work out our own salvation, but hey, you also got to remember, we ain't the only ones going through these things, man. We all in the same predicament, in similar predicaments, going through similar situations, trying to get to that same penny. Trying to earn that same penny, trying to receive that promise, that glory, trying to get to the kingdom. That's the ultimate goal. Try to get delivered. That salvation. You know, we just gonna all go through our different paths. You know, to seek that one ultimate goal. That's just how it's set up. You know, that's those experiences are brought upon us to bring forth different talents. You know, and the same with these accounts in the scriptures. You know, Samson probably ain't think, you know, that he can, he didn't know that he was going to be able to kill 1,000 Philistines with a jawbone. But what, the spirit was on him, man. You know, he had to have faith to even do that, you know, because a fearful man would just be like, oh, hell no, I can't, man. You know, that doubting spirit probably couldn't even kill one if he had that doubting spirit, man, you know. But I just wanted to go into these two accounts because these are two good accounts to exemplify, you know, the Lord's power on a physical scale and on a spiritual scale, you know. And this relates to us this day, you know. This in different situations, different scenarios, okay. But this is your brother Shamach, and Lord willing, you know, that lesson you know, was edifying and exhorting for the spirit, okay, especially for the elect. All right. But with that, I want to give all the glory and infinite praises unto Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, teacher with waiting over his tabernacle of David. Shalom. Peace, love, and safety to the whole free leg and their families. And with that, I would like to say shalom. Keep the faith and walk with ball.